Hello viewers and welcome to a brand new episode of Mechanic Brewery Season 6, where I talk about the various homebrew mechs created by the Lancer community. In today's episode, Jötunn, from HORUS, by Zolnedwien. Jötunn are the giants of Norse mythology, with power almost on par with the gods, except they are also not giants sometimes. It's kinda confusing and depend on the storyteller. And speaking of story, in A Tale of Ragnarok, everyone's favorite hyper-murder divine apocalyptic war, the Jötunn also participated in the End War, such as the Frost Giant King, something, Henry, I don't know how to spell that nobody seems to remember because, he's not really doing much, and the Fire Giant Surtur that everyone does remember because he's doing a lot for sure. Named after the mythology, Jötunn is a giant frame with a preference of keeping things cool even when being a giant hothead. Looking at its stats, Jötunn is a size 2 big boy with 2 armor, average health, with somewhat low repair cap, its evasion is bad, movement is slow, but it has a high save target and average sensor range, with high E defense, good tech attack, high heat cap, and 6 base system points. As for its traits, it has 4 of them. Why is there so many frames with so many traits in the season? First, fire and ice. Whenever Jötunn causes an enemy to reach 0 heat via any methods, you deal 2 AP energy damage to them. Second, Giant's Stride. Jötunn cannot be mechanically motivated by smaller characters. Third, Guardian. You already know what this does. Fourth, Slow. You already know what this does too. In short, Jötunn appears to be a tech controller designed to be quite tough and as unmovable as possible, with a focus on manipulating heat to deal more damage to its foes, and this will get enhanced with its core system. But first, for its weapon mounts, it has 2, one main and one heavy. As for its core system, Jötunn has Thermodynamo as an integrated quick tech options, one that can only be used once per round and on adjacent target. You have 2 options. First, Siphon Heat. Jötunn absorb heat from a character, reducing it by half their max heat cap. Any heat gained this way in excess of its heat cap turns into AP energy damage. Target knows exactly how much heat will be absorbed and can resist this with an engineering save. Second, Expel Heat. Jötunn sends heat into a character, reducing its heat by up to half of its max heat cap worth of heat. Then the target receives half that. The target knows how cooked they are about to be and can resist this with an engineering save. With these options, Jötunn is effectively a thermal battery, one that can absorb heat from allies or cook up enemies. You also can't get reactor stress from Siphon Heat because you won't exceed your heat cap, and while Expel Heat seems like it delivers a low amount of heat, you have to remember that it also reduces your heat by half with a quick action. That alone is very useful. As for its core power, Jötunn can activate Bose-Einstein condensator for Fimbul Winter Protocol. Upon activation as a protocol, Jötunn gains Breath of Ymir action. Additionally, for the rest of the scene, Jötunn may target characters within sensor and line of sight with Siphon Heat and Expel Heat, and can perform each of these actions once in the same round. And Breath of Ymir is a full tech option that can be activated once per scene. With this, Jötunn can emit a burst 3 zone that moves with you and lasts till the end of the scene that leeches heat away, reducing the heat of each character besides you by 2 at the start of their turn, with hostile also taking 2 AP energy and slowed till the start of their next turn. In short, with its core power, Jötunn can really become Mr. Freeze. The temporary passive cooling will let your team pull off heat-intensive actions more often, and the ability to exchange heat at a distance twice will really let you move thermal energy around as you please. There's a lot of things you can do with that. As for its license, you can get blow/chill_0.util and cryo projector in the first section. Blow/chill_0.util, take a chill pill, is an invade systems upgrade that gives you 2 additional options. First, flush coolant. After dealing heat with this invade, the target gets to clear all heat, but cannot voluntarily clear any heat until the end of their next turn. Each character adjacent to the target then takes half of the heat released. This can only be used once per scene on specific characters. Second, Shatter. This options only works on target with any burn and or overshield. The target clears all burns and overshield but is shredded until the start of their next turn. Each character and object adjacent to the target then take AP energy equal to half the burn or overshield cleared. Whichever higher, this can only be used once per scene on specific character. In short, even more ways to cool down heat or clear burn from your allies, but this can also be used offensively to explode enemy group or to shatter annoying overshield quickly, pretty useful either way. Cryo Projector, Slippery Slope. This is a limited systems that, upon activation with a quick action, for once per round, you can spray a blast to difficult terrain zone within range 10 and line of sight that lasts until the end of the scene. Any non-flying character that isn't you moves more than one space on that area during their turn must pass an agility save or be pulled by 1d3 spaces in a direction of your choice and be knocked prone, ending their movement. This forced movement ignores difficult terrain created by the systems as well as immunity to involuntary movement and prone based on size. You want people to trip no matter what, this will keep them on slippery ice. Shame that you can't fire this basically all the time. Aside from Jötunn frame itself, you can get 0-point energy rifle and frozen tomb in the second section. 0-point energy rifle, absolute zero. It's a main rifle that gives you one hit upon firing with decent range and damage, but it's unique so you can only have one of it. On hit, the target's heat is reduced by 2, but on critical hit, the target is slowed until the end of their next turn, immobilized if they are slowed already. This is one way to keep things from moving. It's basically an impaler with twice the range and needing something extra to immobilize. Pretty good. Frozen tomb, I'm running out of ice pun. It's a full tech systems that, upon activation, turn you or a character within sensor and line of sight to become entombed in ice, granting them 6+ grit amount of overshield. Unwilling character may resist this with hull save. While they have this overshield, they loses 2 heat at the start of their turn, is immobilized, and can't make ranged or melee or reaction. The target or adjacent character may remove this overshield by taking stabilize action to remove the condition, or you may remove it with a protocol. Each character can only be affected by this once per scene. This system is both a way to temporarily keep your allies alive and being cooked at once, and can also be used to completely shut down an opponent. In fact, do it right, and your ally can benefit from this without ever skipping a turn, while the enemy has to waste so much actions to free one of their allies from this. In the final section, you get Maser Cannon and Surtur class NHP. Maser Cannon, Old Man included separately. This is a heavy cannon with a line 10 pattern and overkill, but costs you 2 heat and has a weird damage roll of 4 energy plus 1d6 heat. This is kinda weird. On critical hit, the target takes additional 2 burn and must succeed on an engineering save or become impaired until the end of their next turn. Character with biological tag automatically fails this save. From a license full of tools to suck heat out of people, this is one that's all about dumpster fire. In fact, it probably doesn't even do that much damage, but it can sure barbecue a whole line of hostile. And finally, Surtur class NHP. Your mech gains AI tag and Surtur protocol, which is a limited system that can only be activated on danger zone, that upon activation with a protocol, for the rest of your turn, it turns all heat inflicted by you into burn. That's it, and that's all you need to set the world on fire. Every tech attacker with multiple ways to inflict heat is now a natural disaster. Go fucking wild. And that's basically it on Jötunn, a frame that can turn the hot cold and the cold hot. Its license is full of tools to do exactly just that, even more, a menacing tech controller that loves to manipulate the heat. Anyway, that's all for now, and I will see you all next time. Hello there, if you like this video, please subscribe and click that notification bell button. If you want to see the videos early as well as further support my channel, you can join in my Patreon page, or buy me some coffee, links in the description. Anyway, have a nice day.